Welcome to Union IQ.
Union IQ.
Welcome to 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 Union IQ, where we bring to you nothing but authentic content and understanding about this here union that we are part of. I'm your host, Kim Tanner, and today's topic, we're talking about overtime. So, going in on that, let me put it on the screen for you right quick. We're talking about subsection 60, overtime, where it reads, time and a half shall be paid for all workers exceeding the 8-hour period day or 40 hours per week, including report time, turn-in time, and accident report, and exceeding travel time pursuant to subsection 54.01, 54.02, and 54.03 shall be paid overtime premium provided in subsection 54.04. 60.02. Bus drivers who have failed to report during their 5-day work week and who work on their day off shall be paid straight time for all worked on their day off, except those hours worked in exceeding of 40 hours of the work week shall be paid for at the rate of the time and a half. So me, myself personally, as a newcomer coming in, I was always put in a situation where it's like, how can I get paid? How can I get paid? How can I get paid? All the OGs basically what they did was they pretty much basically like, man, put a frag on this, put a frag on that, do a day off, you know what I mean? Don't put a frag in the middle of your run because it's not adding to your time frame. But me thinking like, okay, if I work and I did the time, why it's not being added? And the understanding that I got from that is that if you're doing, just say for instance, like, just say for 10 hours, you do 8 hours here, which is like bridge lines and things like that. Then you turn around and you do like 7 hours on the back end, but you got to split for like 4 hours. Now you got to split for 4 hours. What can you do? OG's like, nah, don't put nothing in there because that time is already being accounted for, and by that time already being accounted for, you're not being paid for that time. You want to put it on the back end to extend your spread time. So while you trying to extend your spread time, that's where the extra time. So you're gonna turn a 10-hour day into a 15-hour day, according to what they're talking about. Let me go ahead and dive in deeper. Bus drivers who have a failure to report during their 5-day work week and who work on their day off shall be paid straight time for all hours worked on their day off. Hours worked in exceeding 40 hours for the week, which shall be paid for a rate of time and a half. To qualify for overtime on a 6-day or 7-day of a work week, the employee must have worked 5 days in that work week or have worked in exceeding of 40 hours for the week, with the exception of an employee not working 5 days due to jury duty, holidays identified in section 18.1 or union leave, work beyond 8 hours, work on the 6th or 7th day is to be paid at the overtime rate as provided for the agreement. So what I get from that is that if you working overtime, well, to get paid off overtime, you got to work 5 days. So if you decide you want to take off a holiday, or the union basically say, okay, I'm gonna take you out for this or whatever, or you take a day off, you're not getting paid that. You're not getting that overtime. You need to work 5 days straight. And for me, I understand that. I understand that because normally I do the 72. So I drive pretty much basically in the realm of sometimes 6 days a week. By me working 6 days a week, I pretty much basically I'm just working. I'm putting it in, right? But here's the problem with that situation. This is the problem that I get from that situation. Why we gotta work so hard to basically acquire the necessary funds that we need to basically live? You know, you got people working pretty much 15-hour days, you know, that live from D3 or Richmond area, and they live way in Patterson. They living in Patterson, Sacramento, you know what I mean? The drive time is crazy. I'm talking about like, we already drive all day. And by us driving all day, it's pretty much like, you know, when we get off, you know, we got to do it. But when we get off, we're tired. We're tired. Now we got to take another hour and a half drive home. By us driving an hour and a half home, we you know, shower, you know what I'm saying, eat, things like that. But then it put us in the perspective that we only getting probably about like, what? I say probably about like 5 hours, 6 hours at home, minimum. You know, we getting that time at home. You know, we only get the associate with our family. You know what I mean, and chill out, nothing like that, relax and nothing like that. We got to deal with this stressfulness of dealing with the passengers. You know, it's crazy. You know, I mean, how can we make it more acceptable for the time that we spending? You know, we driving so much to where we're the backbone of the company. We're the ones that keep the cogs going. We pretty much just had this realignment situation. They cut the runs and things like that. You know, I feel that pretty much basically if we was awarded a raise that is competitive to our lifestyle, well, not just our lifestyle, but the lifestyle of the place that we live, then more drivers come to work. We'll be a top competitor company, and we basically can like take over the Bay Area to whereas, I mean, we'll be comfortable. You know, it's a problem with the situation where it's like we are sitting here basically running back and forth down. Well, me, I drive 72, so I'm running back and forth down 72. I'm running from Hilltop Mall to downtown Oakland, 2nd and Washington, and in that time frame, you know, you got construction, you got wheelchairs, you got the new stop lights, you got traffic, you know, and In that time frame, you only giving us a certain amount of time. I say about about an hour and 30 minutes or something like that to get down there. Well, with all that stuff in front of us, we can't make it down there in that time. We pretty much basically set on getting to the end of the line and driving back. We're gonna drive back knowing that we're trying to keep the schedule for us, right? So now we wore out. Now when we get off work, we gotta drive all the way back home. All the way back home, tired and all that, you know. Get to the house, you know what I mean? Like I said before, we, you know what I'm saying, take a shower, you know what I'm saying, eat and all that, go straight to bed. Some people have 4 o'clock point or report time, 3 o'clock report time. And if I just got off the bus at, 7 o'clock, and then I got to report back at 4, I might as well stay here. I might as well stay at work and just sit here and just basically just sleep, which we know that there's some drivers that don't go home. You know, you literally have some drivers working 7 days a week. 7 days a week, you know what I mean, and don't go home. They got a van or a RV or something that basically they can sleep in and basically get their rest in and all that. What's crazy is that the cost of living in the Bay Area is so high that it shouldn't be a problem for your number one bus company to reach out and say, hey, we need to pay our drivers more. Why y'all just do that? Why we don't basically get that understanding? Why we don't get that understanding? Why we got to work so hard? And then there's so many stipulations on basically us doing overtime. As long as I'm driving that bus, I should be getting paid for it. As long as I'm in control of that situation, I should be getting paid for it. You know? If I take a day off, knowing that I done already put time on the books, I should get paid for it. You know, I was just looking at some of the news today. You know what I mean? Today is what? Friday the 25th, right? They had on the news, they were talking about New Zealand. They just did a study where that whole country basically went on a yearly study where they had 4-day weekends. No, they had 4-day work days. And they said it worked. It worked. You got to look at it. You know what I'm saying? If you extend the time frame of my days off, you know what I mean, knowing that you're giving me that much work time, then I had that much time to enjoy myself, get my mind acclimated into coming back to work. I'll be way more rejuvenated, way more ready to come back to work to take on the task in front of me. You know, 2 days is a lot. But the first day when you get off work, what you do? You want to sit and chill out. Second day, you know what I'm saying, you basically like, okay, well, I'm finna basically, you know what I'm saying, get ready to go back to work. So what day did you have where you can just basically relax and get comfortable for yourself? You don't have no day that you can get comfortable for yourself because the whole time frame is you getting yourself together. Getting off work, wake up that morning, you cool, but by the time nighttime come, depending on your schedule, you getting back ready to go to work. So, I mean, that's one thing that we probably start looking into. We probably start looking into basically having a 4-day work week, 3 days off. You know, as drivers, that for me being a driver, I feel that that'd be a good thing. Reason why I feel that that'd be a good thing because I have one single day that I ain't got to worry about nothing. I can just basically just kick my feet up and enjoy my house, enjoy my space of residence. I can enjoy the time that I have where I'm at. That's my take on this subject of overtime. that's my take on overtime and how I feel about that. And I'm your host, Kim Tanner. Once again, welcome to Union IQ. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for new content coming up. And thank you for showing up. Let's talk about it.